Hey everyone, it's Jen Foster here with Elite Online Publishing, and today we're going to talk about copyright and contracts and a little bit of the legalities of publishing your book. So let's first start off with copyright. Now, when you write your book as an author, you automatically own the copyright to your book because you wrote it and it's yours. And that copyright page at the beginning of your book, that tells everyone that you own it, that it's your copyright. And so legally, you own that work and it's your work. And that's all you have to do is have a copyright page in the beginning of your book. I know it sounds simple, but that's it. Now, if you really want to be registered, you can register your book with the US Copyright Office. If you are in Canada, they have one in Canada. Each country pretty much has their own. So you can register your work at that office. It doesn't cost very much. You could also hire an attorney if you wanted them to do it for you. It's under $50 right now. This is 2024. So you could go and do it yourself. Now, it's not necessary. You don't need to register your work with the Copyright Office, but you can. So once you write that, though, it's your intellectual property and you own it. Okay, so now let's talk about publishing contracts. So carefully read your publishing contract, whether you're working with a traditional publisher or you're working with a self-publisher like we are. You want to read your contract, make sure you understand it, make sure you understand the terms, the conditions, make sure you understand what you're actually doing and what it means. And if you don't understand it, you can always have someone help you, like an attorney, to read it and understand it. Some people will give you the rights, some people take away your rights. So you want to make sure you know if you own the rights or not. And then, of course, you want to know if you get royalties or if you need to pay for the service. And then you want to read the termination clauses, make sure that there's, no issues with if you're going to terminate or if they're going to terminate, or what if you don't finish the book, what will happen? If you have to pay again, or just read everything and make sure you understand what the contract says and what you need to do. And then there's intellectual property protection. So trademark. If you have a unique series name or if you have a unique brand, you might want to hire a trademark attorney and get it trademarked. Now, you want to make sure that it doesn't infringe on any other copyright. And so hiring an attorney, they can double check that and make sure that you're not using a name that someone else has used, right? And then moral rights. So you want to have integrity. You want to be credited as an author with integrity. And so you want to make sure that you aren't, putting someone down or saying something that's immoral. So you want to make sure you have the moral rights and have integrity when writing your book. Don't want to be slamming anyone or doing anything derogatory. And then, of course, that includes like defamation and accuracy of fair representation. So I'm not a lawyer. I don't know all these legal terms, but basically you don't want to bash someone. You want to be respectful. You want to be careful. And if you're going to be using real people in your book, then you want to ask them for permission. If you're using their personal story or quotes for contributions, like you need to be asking them, is it okay that you put that in the book? And if it's not okay with them, then you need to change that story or change that name to protect the innocent, right? So you definitely want to double check and make sure that the people you're writing about are okay with you writing about them. And do consider getting an attorney if you don't understand your contract, whether you're working with a traditional publisher or self-publisher. You just want to understand what you're agreeing to and making sure you're not giving away everything. I know with some book publishing contracts, they have a certain term, like 5 years or 3 years, 50 years, right? So you want to see what those terms are, that you're giving the rights away. I believe that you should keep your own rights and royalties and you shouldn't give those away. And that's why self-publishing is so great. And you could hire us and we could help you to self-publish your book so that you can keep all the rights and royalties. And we've been doing it for over 9 years now. So if you'd like to work with us, you can contact us at eliteonlinepublishing.com and just hit that author submission button and we can help you get your book published. Hope to talk to you soon.